actual WCQ in years.
We're getting ready into game one. This should be an exciting one. We're beginning with a die roll. We hit a Snake Eyes.
Yeah, that's a 1. Yeah, that's a 2.
Oh, perfect.
That's a Snake Eyes right there.
All right, good luck.
Easy.
Here we go.
4, 5.
I will ask players to speak up.
So we have Justin
Okay.
A playing Vanquish Soul and James W playing Tenyi
Draw
SworldSoul.
phase.
You good?
Standby.
Yep.
Main phase 1.
Yep.
Now, for Vanquish Soul, you got to be very careful when you advance your phases.
Pressure planet.
Good.
It starts with the pressured planet right soft.
Yep, Pressured Planet.
Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, that's the Kashtira card, and you would be correct. But the way that Vanquish Soul works
Fenrir.
is that you need to reveal
Anything on
monsters
res?
with specific attributes in your hand in order to activate the effects of your Vanquish Soul monsters on field. And the 3 attributes in question
Special
are
Fenrir.
Earth, Fire,
effect.
and Dark. So there aren't just a ton of different Vanquish Soul monsters out there right now. You can't just stuff your deck full of them.
Yep.
You need some other Earth, Fire, and Dark
Another
monsters
copy of Fenrir.
to add to your hand so you can reveal them later.
So we're going to go Fenrir into Fenrir. We're going to keep the Earth available. And this might be throwing James a little bit off, but it is a very big tell. We're not searching out a unicorn or anything like that.
Normal summon Raisin.
And this is going to be the big tell.
There
that
we go,
reveals the
right
deck.
there. So he's got the Raisin. That's good. That's going to search out a Vanquish Soul monster from the deck.
Yep.
Now, Raisin has 2 different abilities. So you get that search ability, but you also have another effect that you activate either by revealing a fire monster or a fire and a dark monster from your hand.
Yep.
Fire is protection from card effects. Fire and dark
Activate Stake Your
destroys
Soul,
all other
revealing the
monsters
border.
in that column.
Yep.
And that's a
Good.
quick effect.
Yep.
So Stake Your Soul is activated, showing the heavy border in hand.
Bring out Mad Love.
We're summon out
Madlove
Dr.
effective
Madlove.
resolution.
Dr. Madlove is able to search out, I believe it is a spell or trap that is a Vanquish Soul.
Vanquish Soul
I'll
Spell or
add
Trap.
Dust Devil.
That's correct. And grabs Dust Devil. Dust Devil's pretty cool. You switch the battle position of one of your face-up Vanquish Soul monsters and turn your opponent's monsters face down a number equal to the number of different Vanquish Souls.
It's like their own version of Book of Eclipse.
Yep.
Now, there is a heavy border that he added into his hand earlier.
Link summon Rock.
And we're going to link summon into Rock of the Vanquished.
Now, Rock of the Vanquish, this is a Link 1 monster. It's
effective
got
order,
a
targeting
continuous
Madlove.
effect
Yep.
that forces your opponent to only attack the monster you control with the
I'm gonna
highest attack
activate,
points, as
order
long as you
effect
control the
on
Vanquish Soul monster. It also lets you just get cards
Yeah.
back every turn.
And here's the key method of maintaining hand advantage for the Vanquish Soul deck, which is Heavy Borger, being able to draw a card on the reveal of a dark monster. And that's a
Effect,
quick
add back.
effect.
Yep.
Yes.
And then we have the Rock adding back from the graveyard. It can summon from hand or add from the graveyard as a quick effect during the main phase.
We'll set 2 and pass
So you
turn.
can see that Justin's just picked up a ton of cards here.
Yep.
He's got some disruption available. He's got more card drawing
Stand by.
available. Heavy Borger's
are
secondary
you retaining
ability
priority on standby?
does
I am not.
1,500
Activate
damage.
Border, revealing Mad Love.
Not going to use it though. Just going to draw another card. See if you can pick up another Ash Blossom or
Memphis.
something like that. If you need good fire monsters, how about Ash Blossom? That's a pretty good
Yep,
one.
that's a fantastic monster. See, Justin
Activate
playing
the-
it very
the
safe
Shayna.
at the time, like calling standby phase, being very careful. Advancing into the main phase is very,
fine.
very difficult to actually play against a Vanquish
On
Soul.
summon.
So many effects, like the effects to summon on from the hand.
Oh, and Justin flips. There can be only one on the summon of Tenyi Spirit at Hara. So one of the things about the Vanquish Soul deck is it's all different types. It's all different types. So you can run. There can be only one.
Oh, but James is not done yet. There is I believe there's a special summon of Ecclesia.
Yeah, that's incredible
Scale.
Ecclesia there.
Oh,
And he scales Super
There
Heavy
we
Samurai
go.
Prodigy Rakaushi. Well, no spells or traps in the graveyard, so this is live.
This is going to be able to set up more tuners than ever. And having level 4 tuner, you have a level 7, you can go into 11
Do you mind if I
just
read
from
real
that.
Yeah, go for it.
And then that means you're going to set up a big Benkei,
quick? Almost read this.
the big monk Benkei. Benkei is going to be able to add another card. So this is a very interesting on his list, going with multiple synchro
Response, I'm gonna
engines.
activate
I mean,
Rock for
Super Heavy Samurai
Yep.
now kind of shifted into
Special
becoming more of an engine now.
All
Raisin
right.
effect on summon.
So he's going to use Rock of the Vanquisher's
It search
other
for,
ability
Vanquish
to
Soul
quick
monster.
effect special
Search,
summon
the
a
search,
Vanquish Soul
yeah, search,
monster.
yeah.
So special summon Raisin into the same column as Incredible
The other
Ecclesia.
fix, the reveal is cost, correct?
Correct.
Good.
But Raisin only destroys monsters. So that
I don't
Wakaushi is pretty safe. As a pendulum scale, you're a spell card. Now we got the add of Caesar into the hand.
Now, of note here is there's now 2 different Vanquish Soul monsters.
Raisin effect, revealing Rise Heart and Mad Love.
So that's going to destroy all things in the cost. So what he's going to do here is try to force out this Ecclesia right now, and then whatever comes out as a result of that, and possibly the Bukowski, he's going to try to get that down with the Dust Devil.
Caesar, target Raisin.
Caesar, target Raisin. That's why the main phase is so difficult. They're basically playing on your main phase here. And it was also very difficult to even tag out with the Ecclesia because you already control the worm monster on the field.
So you can just get it right out of there.
Dark to non-target destroy.
Non-targeting destruction using Caesar's effect, revealing every
Earth,
relatable
Fire, and Dark. And that's going to take the Wakaushi out. Stick him in the extra deck.
That is unfortunate, but
it's just brutal.
Now there could be a follow-up for James if he wants to use that Heavenly Dragon Circle in his hand.
Yeah.
But no, he is going to concede here.
Yeah, I don't think you're coming back from that.
There's a lot of damage on the field. Not only that, there's also the Fenrir that could just potentially just remove a field and banish it face down.
Gotcha.
That was very unfortunate. Like there can be only one.
That's as good as it gets, really, in terms of Vanquish Soul.
I believe Justin activated more effects on his main phase than anyone. So we're now going into game 2.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, things are looking pretty okay. So I believe James is choosing
Stand by me.
to go first. Yep, he is, and we're now currently in the main phase.
So he starts with a spell.
Oh, if he starts with a spell, that's going to disable the super heavy samurai cards. But would he have
If you can
sided
get that
them
out of there. I think you want them specifically when you're going first, right?
Yeah, but forcing yourself to activate this card first kind of telegraphs that, hey, you don't have any super heavy samurais at this very moment.
I think the idea with it a lot is if I draw it, then I draw it, and if I don't, then I don't.
It's true.
So it might not even be part of the equation. You're just like, well, I didn't draw it. Okay, we're just doing SworldSoul things this time.
That's true, but he did commit quite a few cards into it. Now we're going to go at a
Anything on
Moye
resolution?
into hand.
No.
On resolution, no Jordan Lockbird. No Jordan Lockbird.
Normal
Drone
summon,
Lockbird.
Moe, effect reveal blackout.
Oh, he's
Reveal.
drawn the blackout. That's a tough one to have to show ahead of
Token.
time.
Yeah, that's one they definitely want to keep concealed so that they can maybe guess whether or not it's there. But even if it is there, a lot of players do play assuming it is a blackout. We're going to perform a Synchro Summon, likely going into Qishao. SworldSoul Qishao.
Chainlink 1, Chizhou, Chainlink 2, Moe.
1
This,
Qishao, 2
search
Moe.
for a worm, and this one draws, right?
Searches for a soul card, or you can banish one, and then this strong card.
And we're going to get a draw. So this is a 2-card play. I love this. This is one of my favorite plays in the deck. Very
Just
simple.
Really simple. It gets you everything you need. And, well, I saw what he drew there. That could be a little spicy. That's a pretty good one to have against Vanquish Soul.
Mm-hmm. We're going to see how he's going to follow up right here. He's had quite a few disruptions naturally just from the hand already. We're going to add Longyan into hand from Qishao.
No, I look like he's just going to get kind of the standard level 8 plus level 10.
Mm-hmm. The classic 8-10. The 8-10 board.
Activate long one.
Long one. Oh
Discarding
no, has to discard.
That's his only
blackout.
SworldSoul card. Oh, that's tough.
That reveals a lot. And
Anything
it
here?
definitely feels a lot safer now. But we can't write off the blackout just yet. Blackout being able to generate a token if you get a banish, and now that loads it up for Qishao. Maybe
Yeah.
that token's going to come into play later on.
Long
Oh,
one,
that's a
effect
good
purple.
one.
Yes.
That is
Sinister long one.
Sinister Long One. The SworldSoul Sinister Sovereign Qixing Longyan.
It's a little weird to see a level 10 not be Baron.
I'll set one.
But
Basti.
I think this card in particular, Qixing Longyan, gains more value. As your opponent starts to activate more and more cards, you just banish the special
Regal Blade.
summon. Okay. And if they activate a spell card, you just banish that as well. And there's damage that gets pushed through. Did we activate the effect of Longyan the Strategist
I didn't hear an activation on it.
to do the 1200 damage? Because that's one way to start the life point lead right away.
Yeah, normally you would think so, but if you don't announce it, it didn't happen.
Draw phase.
I don't
Good.
think it happened.
Standby phase.
Yep.
But maybe he can still take it with these monsters. That's a lot of damage because each one is 1,200 for the banish of the monster and the banish of the spell and trap.
And he's got both Ash Blossom and Droll.
Oh, this is going to be a very difficult game.
No.
Droll, of course, was the... ooh,
Evenly matched.
those the battle phase use evenly
Well,
matched.
you can't get rid of that evenly matched because if you
Yo,
get rid
your
of
field
it,
is gone, but if he doesn't know, I
Response.
assume he knows because he's 4-1. But if he didn't
Heavenly
know,
Dragon
this is
Circle.
wonderful. He's going to
Tribute
activate
cost.
Heavenly Dragon Circle. I believe he's tributing away his Chi-Shao to get another copy of a
3.
worm monster to hand. And therefore, he's going to minimize the damage from evenly matched, leaving the respondable monster available on the field, which is the Qixing Longyan, making it hard to keep things on the field.
that's going to go through.
Evenly matched, not maxing out on value, but that was a forced Heavenly Dragon Circle. And
Yeah, evenly matched essentially banishes nothing
Yeah.
at this point here.
Although it stops the follow-up from the Heavenly Dragon Circle, since that is still going to be banished face down, unless I'm mistaken, and we're going to keep that and get rid of the monster. But that's not like
Yeah, no, I think the Dragon Circle's gone.
Unless there's something that's going to surprise me here. Please don't surprise me here. There we go.
Main phase 2.
We're into the main phase 2. So apparently there was the
I
damage
pressure
that was
point
done from the earlier long end.
Chain.
Great so. And we're going to chain
What should I take?
1,200 and it vanishes.
Yeah.
an additional 1,200. This card's fantastic against continuous
It's really
spells
good against the planets.
and any of the field spells, for sure.
What do I put for banish?
That's another 1,200. This shortens the range a lot. A simple Moye can take the game if you can just fully combo all the
Activate
monsters.
Stake Your Soul, revealing Ash Blossom.
And he had to keep the Ash
like
Blossom
that
in
Ash.
hand.
Oh, Stake Your Soul has been negated by Ash Blossom Joyous Spring. He revealed the Ash Blossom too, which means he was ready to get to the Raisin.
Yeah, that's interesting that he had to keep the Ash for the
I'm
Stake
deal
of
here,
Soul
Riff.
play,
Go for it.
rather than being able to use it against the Dragon Circle or anything else that happened.
I think I see in the hand there's an Ashuna.
Yeah, so the
And
Ashuna
Ecclesia.
was taken by the Heavenly Dragon Circle. And the Roll
Almost like
Knockbird was
Mad
drawn by
Love,
Mogi.
Yep. We're going to see
Mad Love
Dr.
effect.
Mad Love normal summon. And that's going to activate the effect.
Continue.
Getting continue.
Continue.
Continue. Wish when you play the card, it comes with a little timer sound
Yeah.
effect.
Yeah, I'm not going to go back in.
But that is more or less the monster quick effect or quick play spell monster reborn for Vanquish Souls.
If you really want to bother your friends while you're playing this deck, make sure to announce
Like in a
every
Vanquish.
monster's name like it's a fighting
thinking
game
here.
character.
Raisin.
Dr. Badlove.
I'll use the effect to banish
We're going to use the effect to banish of the
and it'll burn
rock.
12.
Yeah, that's good nicely.
And Justin concedes.
Yeah, I can't really do a whole lot about
This is quite the quick back and
the
forth.
Sinister Longuan there. Is perfectly lined up against everything Justin had right there. It's not often that you see Sinister Longuan as opposed to Baron de Fleur as the level 10 Synchro Summon in that play. But in this particular instance, it's exactly the
Have an
monster.
easier time going into this game 3.
Fight.
Okay, Justin. Aiming to go first, probably. I mean, having that initial setup, setting up one additional monster plus the rock, makes you feel very safe.
This hand actually looks pretty good from what I'm seeing here.
Yes.
I think he's deciding on the sequencing of how he's going to play these cards, though.
I think that's a pot of prosperity. there.
Prosperity.
But that's like a kind of a double-edged sword. You can get the card, but you won't get the draw cards later on because you're locked out of drawing from card effects.
Yep.
So we're special summoning out Kashtira Fenrir.
Activate Fenrir effect.
Fenrir here's effect is going off.
He's
Fenrir
got the
gets-
ultimate, too. It's the
Yeah.
ultimate Fenrir.
That is my favorite Fenrir. And we're going to get second Fenrir.
Thinking on resolution.
So there is an option to perhaps add a different monster, which is the fire, which is Rise Heart.
He's got Droll.
Droll and Lockbird comes down.
So this is about the least damaging that Droll and Lockbird can be. Fenrir into Fenrir, because Fenrir itself is just an incredibly powerful card, and you'll have another one for the next turn.
Yes. But these normal summons are going to be a bit more
Normal Mad
difficult. Mad Love has been summoned out. Leaving it on the field is all right, but we're going to be link summoning into the link 1 of Rock of the Vanquished.
Yeah, so
And
it's not that bad that he can't search here, because he just special summoned it back on the opponent's turn with Rock.
Rock and add Mad Love back into hand. We can perhaps get another good sequence to come out. We do have one level of disruption coming from the Fenrir. So the board is going to be a bit more difficult. We're going to get a special summon of Caesar.
Caesar Valius.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Set one.
We have Earth, we have Dark. The question is, do we have the Fire?
We shall see.
But even if you have the Earth, the Caesar is fairly safe.
Get protection from destruction and card effects.
Mm-hmm.
Draw.
Oh, no, he does have the super heavy samurai stuff in there.
Stand by face.
Well, there are no spell or trap cards in the graveyard. The Wakaushi can be very dangerous, but we still have to deal with a Fenrir first. And we went into main phase.
Special.
Starts with Pancratops.
That's a really good one.
I know, rest of
Activate
Pancratops.
effect. Back row.
Activate Pancratops, hitting the spell and trap. Are we going to respond? Does it continue?
He's thinking about it.
It is continue. It is continue.
Chain continue.
Pays
Target
500
Mad
life
Love
points.
to
It's like inserting a new quarter.
Yep. Although
And you
inflation's
take
hit the arcade
500,
pretty
correct?
hard here.
Yes.
Oh yeah, now it's 2 quarters.
It'd be like the 100 yen coin. Now you got to dump a bunch of the bin.
Now we get Mad Love back onto the field.
on resolution. Mad Love effect.
Mad Love Effect is going to provide an additional spell or trap card.
Probably a Dust Devil unless he plays 2 continue.
Ah, we get a Dust Devil.
I personally like having a second continue available.
Oh, I can't afford that much life
No.
points. That's too many life points for me. Now, I guess with Justin's current hand size, I don't think that Caesar's going to prove to be a very big threat. I don't think there's 3 cards in there to reveal 3
No.
at the moment.
You know
So-
one of them is not a monster, so that effect definitely isn't live.
So we just recently
on
activated,
res. Fenrir target.
and we're using Fenrir to banish the Ashuna. Well, there is no Heavenly Dragon Circle. We're just going to let it vanish, and I think we're going to see a whole different line now.
We're going to go Adhara next.
At Hara, I don't think there's any effects left. I think this is an open game state for James. James is going off right now.
He doesn't know that, though. He doesn't know that there isn't, say, an Ash Blossom.
Yeah, but he's being very careful, for sure. But he definitely knows that even though there's 3 cards, he knows that there can't be 3 monsters. Wakaushi coming onto the field. Now we're going to see some super heavy Samurai classic plays. By classic, I mean the Wakaushi plays.
It's Monk, Big Ben K in the other scale.
And we get to summon out the Wakaushi. Being a level 4 tuner, what a wonderful thing. Being a level 4 tuner as a pendulum, also great. That can also go back onto the pendulum scale.
We can go ahead and get Soul Horns here, Super Heavy Samurai Soul Horn.
Oh, Soul Horns. That was not
Soul
expected.
Horns to equip.
We're going to equip
Soul
Soul Horns.
Horns special.
Soul Horn has the special summon effect as an equip.
On res.
Res, yep.
Oh, we have something on resolution.
Activate Caesar effect.
Caesar effect
Pillar
for
Earth, that
1.
makes him unaffected by my card effects.
Activated card effects.
Activated
Now
card
that
effects.
Caesar Valius is now
That's good.
unaffected by the opponent's activated card effects.
Activated card effects. So these 2 are headed off. That's 5.
That's interesting. 5.
Yep.
Oh, here we go.
So one of the returnees on the last forbidden list is this card, a Denglong, Cursed of the Yangzing.
Denglong is here, and Denglong on summon will be able to get an effect if the card's still in the deck.
Denglong effect.
Denglong effect indeed.
As cost.
Yes.
Send a Moyi, make it level 4.
Sure.
Send Moyi, making it Denglong level 4.
Normal summon.
The normal summon is Taya.
Taya.
Taya banish as cost. At this point, I think James has caught on now that there's no further
Make Moyi.
interruptions. Adhara add back Moyi, and there's also a, I believe you can pendulum summon out that Moyi if you can recur a worm back into hand, and that's going to lead to a whole bunch of synchro summons.
He's going for Vaxia.
Yep. changing his mind. No, we are going to Boxia. Boxia can definitely take care of some of these monsters on the field right away.
I will do Dinglong's Chain Link 1, Taiya's Chain Link 2, Boxia's Chain Link 3, targeting Fenrir and Vanquisher.
Okay. And Boxia spins back
Yes,
to hand or deck.
to deck.
So Boxia as Chain Link 3, we
So
have
just to
Denglong,
reiterate,
and we have a Taiya, so we have a
1,
card going to the
2,
graveyard.
3.
Okay.
And we have Denglong's effect, and Boxia now, as Chain Link 3, has now returned a couple of cards back into the decks.
The Baxia's in attack position. That's interesting. I wonder if he's actually going to keep back with it.
Yeah.
Now, I've still got the other effect of Baxia available to destroy a card and special summon a card back.
So we send an Astronaut into the graveyard, and we're going to summon out.
Zephyr Inu.
Wow, this
Zephyr
is really taking me back. Zephyr Inu, summon out.
Yeah, so this is from like the old school way to play the Zephyr deck back when Denglong was first available.
Perhaps he's going to be able to search out one of the Zephyr cards. Zephyr, the counter trap, perhaps. Divine Strike.
Divine Strike would be the counter trap.
Thinking.
I think the requirement for that is that you need something face up in your extra deck.
Yes. We're going to Synchro.
For 10.
Of course, the 10 comes down. We're going to see, Baron de Fleur. He's holding. It's right there. It's summoned out. Baron de Fleur.
Yeah.
There it is. After being suspiciously absent in the previous game, Baron de Fleur has hit the field.
That's going to be able to destroy the Mad Love, but Caesar's stat line isn't that small, and currently being unaffected by activated effects, he might be forced to trade away some of his monster if he tries to go into any kind of battle right now.
So Caesar Valius is a full 3,000 attack points.
Matching Baron on the field right now. This is a pivotal moment for both of these duelists, that they can't make a mistake here.
Do Baron effect to pop.
Baron's effect is going to destroy Dr. Madlove. Dr. Madlove. But you can't leave the Caesar on the field. Or can you? But we know that there's a Fenrir in hand, but leaving on the field will prevent the
stops
Fenrir.
the Fenrir from dropping.
So there's a lot of things going on, and there's also Pot of Prosperity, potentially able to kind of dig even further.
But leaving it on the field also makes the Dust Devil that you know about live.
Yep, that's a very, very difficult position to be in for James Brennan. He has to think about probably all the possible interaction and want to come out of this on top.
So he does have the Monk of the Tenyi on field. So there's a non-effect monster, so the Tenyis can work.
A non-effect monster.
Yes, he does.
He's got the Monk of the Tenyi, yeah?
Yeah, that is definitely not illegal. I hope he doesn't think himself into a corner here. His activation was a legal one for
Cards
sure.
in hand. Three.
I think, does he not see his own card right now?
Oh yeah, I should not have the monk.
Yeah, there he sees it. He sees
he
it.
does
There we
have
go.
You got to have a non-effect monster, not a normal monster. So while the token would be a normal monster from the SworldSoul monsters, it doesn't have to be a normal monster, just non-effect.
Yeah, just the bracket just doesn't say effect, and we're good to go.
And there's a lot of different cards like that. Some of them are even tuners, like Alving, the Essence of Vanity.
Yeah, Theseus.
Sea Monster of Theseus as
Yep.
well.
We're going to see where this Ashina is going to take us. Can we recover an additional worm monster back in hand? Now, I believe Adhara was already used to retrieve the Moye earlier.
Now, I'm wondering if this is for Chaofeng.
Chaofeng would be nice, but I'm not sure if it's going to do very much with a light.
Yeah. Well, there's an Earth, though, right? So Earth could shut off the Fenrir, and I think Valius is an Earth as well. It is, yes.
And
so
that's
if
not
you
an
get a Chaofeng with Earth, then you're not too bad.
But then you'll probably still have to lose the Baron and to attack into it. So it's going to be a very, very difficult. And Chaofeng can be attacked and be destroyed by battle by the Valius. So we are going to go into likely going to Chaofeng right here. Chaofeng will block the Earth and block the lights.
We got to do a check on Chaofeng's defense.
Yep.
Can it stand up to Caesar Valius?
Pendulum
And
summon.
you still have a Pendulum Summon available. So the Monk of the Tenyi points down, so it lets you pendulum summon the Zephyrinho back.
Now he only gains the prevention of activated effects of monsters with the same attribute as the Yang Zing monsters.
Oh, it's the Yang Zing
So it's
monsters.
only
just
lights.
You're
It's
good,
only
I'm
lights.
sorry.
It's just light.
It's only lights. It's only lights. But Chao Feng on destruction, I believe Chao Feng does have a follow-up trigger.
Yeah, it searches something, doesn't it?
Once per turn, when a monster your opponent controls is destroyed by battle. Okay, well that's the effect where if you do manage to destroy something, but what happens when that is destroyed?
So Justin's into the main phase here. It's back over to him. He's reached the main phase.
Activate pressure planet.
He activates another pressure
Green
planet.
Yes.
I don't think that's going to provide very much, though, knowing that Caesar's still on the field.
Well, it can get a fire monster. You can get Kashtira Rise Heart.
And that's exactly what we're going for, Rise Heart. But does he have a Stake Your Soul to follow up? And will the Baron prevent that? Now, Chao Feng destroyed by battle or card effect,
I'm gonna read
sent to the
these
graveyard.
real
You
quick.
get to add a tuner from your deck to your hand.
Any tuner.
Any tuner.
Or card effect.
So that could even be something like the Ash Blossom, for instance.
Very useful.
And what's the defense?
The defense
On Chao Feng?
Chao Feng is 22.
22. All right, so not enough to stand up.
No,
To the
unfortunately. But I think James is pretty walled up here. They still have plenty of time, so we're not really too worried about any sort of life point burn-based effects just yet. But not being able to summon out the Kashtira monster is going to be a bit of a struggle. Now we're going to battle phase.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
we're going to attack the Baron.
It's at 31.
Yeah, so the pressure planet
Is this a light?
gives you all of your monsters, not just Kashtira monsters, 100 attack and defense for each different attribute on the field.
Yep.
And there are quite a few. So Caesar Valius is able to just take down Baron de Fleur.
Yep. That's a great play right there.
I'm a little surprised the planet went through and wasn't negated.
75, 77.
Yes.
Perhaps he was worried about perhaps a Stake Your Soul coming along.
Well, we'll see. Pot of Prosperity's up next.
Cost.
Yeah.
How much
This
time
could
do we
definitely
have?
set it. This can definitely set it up. If we see a Raisin come down, we're going to be in a much better position.
Yeah, this is a stark turnaround. I thought James had gotten into a pretty commanding position there with the Baron, but just losing her to battle.
Another Wraithsov. There's an Ash Blossom. Kurikara. Two Kurikara. Not a lot of variety here.
Double Kurikara, double Ash Blossom, a second Caesar Valius, and a second Wraithsalt. It's all doubles.
Can Caesar Valius tag into Caesar Valius?
It cannot. You have to target a non-dragon.
That is unfortunate. And none of the other monsters actually activate, so that Kurikara has no value, and it's going to be very difficult to even summon out onto the field.
How about a Caesar?
We're going to add another Caesar. I guess you do get the Earth attribute back in your hand. You have a Fire and an Earth, but you already have the Fenrir. Short a Dark monster. We really need that Dark monster, but we're just going to link it into Rock of the Vanquisher, and that could set up for a Dr. Madlove.
Turn back.
Yep. And now we can put Fenrir back onto the field, too.
And
Actually,
that completes the trifecta, too. That's Earth, Fire, and Dark.
Actually, sorry, we cannot put it because we still have the Rock, so the Fenrir's not coming out, but we are getting the Madlove. Maybe we can set up a Dust Devil here.
Yeah, so Dust Devil, I think, might already be in his hand.
I don't have a target.
No target.
He already searched the Dust Devil last time around.
Then
I don't have a target.
that is unfortunate. That might result in the procedural error right there. Just attempting to search without the target.
Caesar effect, target Madlove.
Yep.
Caesar effect, target Madlove. Caesar is now back on the field. Now you have both a Rock of the Vanquisher and the
Activate
Caesar.
Caesar effect.
Caesar effect revealing 3 now. This is
Yep,
good.
He's managed to assemble all 3.
That's going to be able, over the course of 2 turns, you're going to be able to destroy 2 cards.
We'll go ahead and pop the monk.
Takes out the Monk. And it doesn't look like James has the Stana.
No, there is not. The attack boost from Wraithsalt is going to matter here.
It does.
It already mattered, but it's going to matter even more now. Now that 3,000 attacker is not going to cut it.
I'll set
It's
one
big.
in the best turn.
We're going to set one and pass. I think we have that Dust Devil.
So the scales are set up. We can't repeat the Wakaushi effect.
Yep.
Draw.
Yes.
Ooh, that was a good draw.
That's a nice one.
I love this back and forth. We're going to see how this is going to work
Stand
out.
by me.
That's a nice one. This is turning into a really good game 3.
Yes.
The Moe is probably not coming onto the field yet. I mean, you could technically pendulum summon, then you'll have both like a tuner and a non-tuner. We're using the Ecclesia as a tuner, just straight up.
Would you give up getting the extra token, though? Oh, she's not a worm. She's not a worm.
She's not
That's
a worm.
Right, she's a
You
spellcaster.
don't get it. Therefore, this is one of the ways to get double of the monsters.
Spellcaster. I do want. This is a tough situation.
Do you just normal out the Ecclesia and then reveal?
Normal summon.
We're going to go for normal summon of Ecclesia because the monster to count are equal, so you can't get that free special summon.
Yep. Gonna see if he's gonna go for the Dust Devil here. I don't know about that.
No, that's a bit dangerous though. But since Dust Devil does Dust Devil target?
It does not.
There's a potential on the new monster that comes out.
The other thing with Dust Devil is that it switches your Caesar Valius defense. So he's got the destruction effect available and the Dust Devil.
I think that might be more than enough to handle the current situation.
Yeah, the thing is Justin is really in the driver's seat here.
Oh.
So James is going to go into level 10, and that's got to be the Supreme Sovereign. Or is it just regular?
It's just going to go into Chen Ying.
Regular one.
Chen Ying is a very dangerous monster, not one that you would leave on the field. A non-targeting banish that hits both your graveyard and the field, as well as reducing the attack of your opponent's monster. Will that force Justin into reacting into this? The Chen Ying definitely is going to be stronger, to my knowledge.
Banished?
We're going to count the banish here, and it's 100 per card, up and down.
So he's up by 9. He's decreasing all yours by 9.
So 9.
Very large.
And that's going to decrease Caesar by 9, but there's also the increase from rates up. We're doing a little bit of math here. There's a water, there's a light, and there's an earth.
And a dark.
And a dark.
So 400 up, 900 down. That would be 25. We're going to battle phase.
Well, luckily, the Chen Ying cannot be destroyed by the effect of Caesar.
So it's got to be flipped down.
Yes.
Battle phase is fine.
Battle phase is okay. We're just going to attack. It seems like we're going to get Dust Devil. We're going to go defense mode, and because we have one,
it's going to
Vanquish
switch
Soul.
positions and then flip Book of Moon.
Flip them down.
It's going to be flip face down.
It just targets my monster.
Just targets yours. Okay.
Non-targeting flip face down is going to be very strong. Once the Chen Ying gets flip face down, it does, face the threat of being destroyed now because you
all the
face
continuous
up,
effects are not activating.
That would be turned off.
So that's flipped face down. And
phase 2.
now Caesar Valius can do its thing.
Yes.
Main phase 2. Currently, James has the open game state. He has the priority to play the first card. We're going to pendulum summon.
Yes.
Where are we going to push the play towards? We're going to pass
Still
turn.
doing main phase effect.
Yep.
Main phase, we get
So
the
you
rock.
want
We're
that
back
Caesar?
into the main phase where we're more or
during
less
end
letting
phase,
Justin
Caesar
play
effect.
his hand here.
No problem.
We're going to reveal 3, and we're going to destroy Chen Ying. Very clean, very smart.
Go to draw phase.
And now we're going to proceed to the next
Draw
turn.
phase.
Justin gets a draw phase. Oh, this is
Standby
not looking
phase.
too good. Chen Ying, sorry, not the Chen Ying, the Chao Feng not really doing all that much on that field, aside from being a 2200 defense
Main
monster.
phase 1.
Yeah, James is just hanging on here by a thread. And Justin doesn't have any of his
Vanquisher effect.
stuff left. He's played both Continue and Dust Devil. And he doesn't have Trinity Burst, otherwise he would have gotten it with Mad Love before.
Yep. And I don't think he has access to Ryzen to get Heavy Borger to just generate a more and more monster. So we're going to
When this
special
pops,
summon out
this
Caesar
lets you
via
add
the
a tuner.
effect of Vanquish.
Rock.
No,
The Rock.
That's this one.
Yep.
When this popped, it lets you
Lets me add a Zephyr spell trap.
to hand.
Yep.
The pressure is on now. Justin needs to take advantage of the current position he's in. Otherwise, giving the turn back is not going to be that great.
I like that his effect.
We're going to see the effect of Caesar Valius to destroy the Chao Fang. Chao Fang has the effect
to
activate.
A tuner. Get a tuner here.
I mean, we're going to see an Ash Blossom.
Or we're not.
Turn
All
that
right.
off.
So he's giving up the fire monster in hand.
We're going to go to a wait.
Going
that
to
is
tribute summon
tribute summon
Fenrir.
Fenrir.
Oh, and then he can go get a fire.
He's going for another copy of Fenrir. I think the Rise Art's already in hand
Riser
from the
must
raid
already
sauce.
be in hand. Oh, that's right, because the second one went through.
Yes.
Special summons Rise Heart.
Now, is he going to go into XC summoning, changing levels? No,
No, I think
he's
he's
going to
going
battle.
for damage.
Declare attack, effect to banish face down.
Banish face down. That takes away the recurring monster.
Redeclare.
So it's
Take
25
26.
plus 3,
6, yep.
or plus 2 rather.
Plus two?
It's 2 Earth. So that's 26 plus 32.
32.
32, yep.
This is getting really close.
58.
What does that put you at?
58.
58.
I did 77 to 51.
That's, I think
And
this
then
might be it.
32, so
32,
that's 21
math.
to
19?
18?
18 or
So
19?
19.
19.
19.
Attack for.
Oh no, that's not. Is that just short of
17?
100?
Putting it at 200.
Yeah, it's 17 because it's
Oh.
short 200 because it's a 1500, 1200.
Ah,
If he can get heavy border though, or some kind of burn damage out of the extra deck,
that would be it. I mean, because if you have the, this is where you would summon the Red Eyes Flare Metal if you have one.
exactly.
There's no card you can play. Now, even though the board is committed now and like the amount of disruption is fairly limited, we still have a Fenrir and we have a potentially a protected
I will pass turn.
Caesar Valius.
Pass here. 7,500 to 200.
All right, we're at 200 life points. This is the the heart of the
It's
card
enough.
draw right here.
It's enough. 200's enough. It'll be fine. You just gotta believe.
Yeah, you just have to believe here. Okay, not bad. That was a great draw.
Normal. Activate the effect.
Activate the effect.
That is fine.
I can see the follow-up here because we definitely can use the Fenrir effect to banish away
Center effect on res.
the Moye. Yep. But the card in hand.
Was that the right choice though?
I mean,
Because he can special summon the Ashuna now.
he doesn't have the choice because Fenrir has to banish
Banish an
face
effect
down.
monster?
No, it has to
banish face down.
You
So
can't hit the
use
token.
That's right.
Chain Caesar.
Caesar revealing the earth. Caesar now can't be affected. Okay, this is everything on the table for James. Or not James, Justin. Now we're going to special summon out the Astronaut because the only monster you control is a non-effect monster.
What are we doing with an 8 here? We
This
get
is,
something back with Adhara, but
it's-
the only target is an Adhara or another Ashuna, right?
There could be a
Banish
crazy
Adhara
play
to
come up
add Adhara.
at this point. If we're not locked into worms,
Can you do
have
I
a
would
that?
accept
chance.
this card.
Can you
Okay,
banish
so-
Adhara to Adhara? I don't think
yes,
you
you can. Yes, you can. As long as it's not the same copy, I
Normal
believe.
summon.
Ninja
I
normal the
don't think that's right.
You are
Yeah,
correct.
Hang on.
I believe you can.
Target one of your banished core monsters except this card. Add it to your
Except
hand.
this card, you can get the other copy.
Well, I don't know about that.
We're going to Psychic and Punisher. That life point difference,
Battleface.
it could be just one shot.
Battleface
We're going to
trigger will
gain a
gain
7,300 attack points. We're going to attack into Rise Art. That's good. Claim it.
So 73.
This is wild.
It'll be 73. It'll be
Because that
it'll be
card is
taken.
unaffected by anything. Using the level 4 tuner, we're going to Psychic Empire, taking the game. Taking it right there.
See, 200's enough.
Yeah, 200 is enough, and that is because he has Psychic and Punisher available. We've even seen this in Gold Pride Punk. We're seeing here with the SworldSoul.
It's absolutely not something you're expecting to see in SworldSoul. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if Justin had no idea that we could.
Thank you for making it to the end of the video. Don't forget to check out Dank Rituals. Their link will be down in the description. Also, you guys should definitely join my Facebook group. I have a lot of really cool updates and a lot of really good information that you guys might want to keep up with about giveaways and whatnot on there. Also, please guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I would like for you guys to turn on that bell notification as well. I would like to grow my percentage of subbed and not subbed from 20% higher. I would really appreciate that. And don't forget to like, comment, share. You already know, guys. Appreciate y'all very much, and I'll see y'all in the next video.
Yeah.